I told you that in 2025 the world has a meeting where talk is no longer an option, only action. One meeting that will decide our future, crisis or solution. The meeting is called COP30 and it's happening in the heart of the Amazon rainforest. And what happens there will impact every single one of us. But before we break down why this is the most important climate summit ever, do me a favor. If you care about the air you breathe, the food you eat, and the world we leave for our kids, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. This channel is your go-to source for the straight truth on climate change without the fear-mongering and without the sugarcoating. We break down the science and the politics so you can understand what's really going on. So how sick is our planet? Scientists have a way to measure it. They use 9 planetary boundaries. Think of them as the vital signs for Earth, like a heartbeat or blood pressure. Staying within these boundaries means a healthy, stable planet. Going outside them means danger. A 2025 Planet Health Report shows we have now broken 7 out of 9 of these vital signs. Let me be clear. The systems that keep our planet stable and livable are flashing red. We are talking about climate change, freshwater change, biodiversity, and more hitting critical levels. Our planet is in critical condition. I have linked the full report in the description. It's a must read. So you would think the world would be uniting to fight this fire, right? Well, think again. Just as we need global cooperation more than ever, we are seeing dangerous divisions. The United States has confirmed it will not send high-level leaders to COP30. This comes as the Trump administration prepares to officially withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement, calling climate action a con job and pushing for more fossil fuels. On the other hand, you have billionaires like Bill Gates suggesting we pivot away from strict global temperature goals. Now, is there a nuanced argument there? Maybe. But is this the time to lower our ambitions? Of course not. I will do a deep dive into what statements like that really mean in my next video, because the messaging around this crisis is more confusing than ever. So with all this noise, why is COP30 our absolute line in the sand? 2 reasons that change everything. First, it's the 10-year checkup on the Paris Agreement, and the world is far away from being on track. COP30 is the moment every country must submit their new and improved homework called an NDC, a nationally determined contribution. This is a binding promise on how they will cut their pollution. And with scientists saying we must slash global emissions by 2030 to avoid catastrophe, these new NDCs can't be weak tweaks. They need to be radical, economy-wide overhauls. This is the last major summit before it's too late to meet the 2030 goal. Second, the location is a genius and powerful move. This isn't in a fancy conference hall in Europe. It's in Belém, Brazil, right at the edge of the Amazon. The Amazon is one of our planet's most powerful allies in the fight against climate change, and we are actively betraying it. That's precisely why COP30 is being held here, to force that reality into everyone's focus. At this summit, 2 huge fights will determine everything. Fight number 1, the promises. Will countries bring strong, serious and credible NDCs, or will they show up with empty words and weak plans that kick the can down the road? Fight number 2, and this is always the biggest, the money. Wealthy nations who became rich by burning fossil fuels promised to help developing nations switch to clean energy and survive climate impacts. So it's not just about the new number. The real task at COP30 is to map out how we get to the real number, $1.3 trillion a year, which is what developing countries actually need to survive this crisis. Now you might be watching this and thinking, this is all up to the politicians. But that's where you are wrong. This is up to us. Pressure works. Leaders respond when their people speak up. So here's what you can do right now. First, get informed. Watch channels like this and read from credible sources. And secondly, talk about it. Share this video. Make climate action a normal topic with your friends and family. The decisions made in the Amazon won't just be words on a page. They will determine the price of our food, the safety of our community, and the stability of the world our children will inherit. We are at a crossroads. One path leads to a future of escalating crisis. The other leads to a managed transition to a cleaner and safer world. The choice is being made at COP30. Let's make sure they make the right one. Now, I want to hear from you. What is the one outcome you are looking forward to at COP30? Tell me in the comments below. Stay tuned and let's fight for our future. Till then, think wisely, act sustainably.